as I always say or talk about, that you cannot always translate word by word. Here I'm going to give you some examples, English words that we use when we speak English that cannot be translated to Arabic, or it won't make any sense if you translate them. Now, the point when you want to speak Arabic and you obviously say the sentence in your native language first, and then you want to say it in Arabic, one thing you can do is think of the actual meaning of your sentence. Think of what you are trying to say instead of translating word by word. So here is an example. If you want to say, I have to go. So usually we learn the word have in Arabic as when you say, I have a phone, I have a TV, So it's like you're owning something. You own an object, you own something. But when you say I have to go and you're using a verb, an action after the word have, it doesn't mean have as you learned it when you said like I have a phone or I have a TV. It's a different have, two different have. Like, so we in Arabic we're using different words. So the point is when you learn a word and you learn what it means, you're not going to use it the way it means every time you hear it in English. So that's the point. So not every time you hear the word have, you're going to translate it the way you learned it. And like I say, عندي تلفزيون, I have a TV, I own a TV, I have a TV. If I said I have to go, عندي أروح, that doesn't make any sense in Arabic. So instead, I would say, I should go, or I want to go. This would mean I have to go. So when you have and a verb, like I have to go, I have to drive, I have to study, I have to work, that's like I should or I want, whatever you want to mention, say, like however you want to say it. You want to say I want, I should, When you want to say I have an object, something, TV, phone, whatever it is, you say I own. So you use have as and. Another example is like when. The word when as a question or when in the middle of the sentence. These are two different words. They are the same in English, but they're different in Arabic. When as a question is imta, but when in the middle of the sentence is lamma. So examples, when do you wake up? For example, imta بتصحى. When do you wake up? Imta تصحى. تصحى. امتى. So when here is امتى. When I say, when I wake up, I like to drink coffee. Or I like to drink coffee when I wake up. So this is a sentence. So I'm using لما. When here means لما. So there's when as a question, امتى. And there's when in a sentence means لما. Now, last example is when you want to say something like, I'm going to drive. Now, if you say I'm going to drive, you translate word by word, like to go, the verb to go, I'm going to go, and then to drive. This is just unnecessary. It's too many words, extra words, they are unneeded. They're not needed. So instead of doing all this, just think of the actual action you're going to do and just use that. I know it is hard when you learn the language. You will be like, oh, this is a lot of thinking before I speak. But with practice, everything gets easier. Just think of, you want to speak, like keep your sentences really simple. This is your goal. Just make the sentences really simple and do not translate word by word. Just think of the meaning of your sentence and say it. So for example, I'm going to drive. I would just say I want to drive, or I will drive, or just I want to drive. But if I want to say I'm going to drive, it's going to be, I like me as a native speaker, I would understand what you said, but it's just weird. Just like when someone's speaking a second language and they say it in a weird way, and you will be like, what did they say? Oh, sure, okay. So maybe this is what I'm doing right now when I speak English. I hope not, but yes. So I'm going to drive. I would say I want to drive. I'm going to eat. I want to eat. So these are just some examples of how we do not translate word by word. Again, another episode. I hope it's helping. I hope everything's helpful. And make sure you check out my workbooks. They're very helpful. Again, it's in ARALOLA. It's all the links underneath the podcast. And make sure you follow me on TikTok and Instagram. I just started Instagram. If you want to see me live on TikTok, so I can reach 1,000. We can talk. You can ask me questions live, like, we can talk to each other. I can answer all your Arabic questions. So, yes, thank you so much. And let me know in the comments what you think of the episode or if you have any other questions. Thank you.